First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the... The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Here's Huntley. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw, Huntley. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Swift. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Swift again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Into the secondary past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Defensively, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Huntley to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to get...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was lose sight of some of the smaller running backs, and all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They go play action. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. D.D. Westbrook. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Huntley. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And he checks this one down to Williams. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play fake. Cousins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Fighting his way through contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Cook. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Handoff comes to Cook. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now for the point after. And this is now a one-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2nd and 8 coming up. They run out of the gun with Swift. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Left side, Cook stays on his feet. Cook a first down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Cousins will try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 22 yards. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Space to run past the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. There he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown.